What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty in the booth for the final doubleheader game of the night in the final week of the RFL season, as we have ourselves a big ARC matchup. One playing for the number 1 seed now after the upset loss the Armadillos just took from the Hogs, and the other playing for a chance to make another postseason run after 3 consecutive years of winning their division. They won't be winning it this year, but the Miners are still in the chase, and they've got the home field advantage. Rainy conditions, man, Madden needs to cut down these rain games. Getting tired of seeing these. But the Bulls are in town with an 11-5 record. They're guaranteed to go to the playoffs, but again, their starters are out there, and they're playing for much more than just knowing that they're going into postseason. They're playing for a bye week. Can they take down the Miners? Oh, shoot. Only one play. I'll go back and fix that, but game's officially underway. Miners kicking this one off, and it will be fielded from about the 8-yard line by the Bulls. And what a return here by former Alabama running back Bernard Hayes, as we get a look at the current leading league MVP, Devin Wade. And if he can have a monstrous game tonight, he's going to win it. 31 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions, over 400. I don't know why that thing didn't go down. Over 4,500 yards. Let's get to it. Out here on the field. Ball starting at the 34-yard line. In Brooklyn. Heavy pressure throws. He's got a completion. Tackle's going to be made at the 40-yard line. Derek Oliveros in on it, and that'll be Glenn Holcomb, former Miami Hurricane tight end, making the play. No motion over to the right. Handoff. Lowering the shoulders. Try to get the first down with David Jones. Unable to get it done. And his first carry. It has been a struggle season for David Jones this year on the ground, but he has definitely compensated through the air as a receiving back. They're going play action. Here's a throw wide open underneath on the drag. It's Glenn Holcomb again, and that'll be a Brooklyn first down. Nice little play call here. Of course, got to credit the line for giving you that time to throw the football, and I can say one thing for sure. The Bulls got one of the best O-lines in the RFL, all very young. And of course, they can owe that thanks to the prior coach that was here just a season ago, and Coach Baxter. And Devin Wade going to quickly fire over the middle, and that is going to be a kill shot. That's going to jar the ball loose. Dariantre Machiavelli catching a face smash for a shoulder pad. And Devin Wade is in the backfield by himself. A 5-wide empty set. Will fire over the middle again. He goes. And he will connect for a nice, solid 9-yard gain. Got that completion out to the former Georgia Bulldog. Another quick throw and out to Joe Johnson, who has just been an absolute monster. After the Brock Melton catch I was referring to with the Bulldog talk. This is their number 1 receiver, former gunner, former Snowhawk guy, balled out everywhere he's going. Number 18, Joe Johnson, moving the chains. They're in a weak eye formation here. They'll run to the strong side, and a stiff arm, David Jones, going to get 3 yards on the carry. It's now 2nd and 7 as they motion to the right side. They'll dive it, and Jones is blown up this time. Had a nice little physical run earlier, but not physical enough to break through those 2 tackles. The defense got there pretty quickly. In field goal range, Devin Wade will fire. He's got the completion. David Jones still on his feet, and what a tackle by Last Chance. Stopped him right in the middle of his tracks as soon as he made the contact. And the Bulls not going to risk it against this top 3 defense in the league of the Miners. Field goal attempt. It's up, and it's good. 3-0 Brooklyn. Said both teams playing for something important. Miners need the win for the postseason. Bulls need the win for the bye week in the postseason. Who gets the job done? This is our first look. We're going to get at this offense led by the former TCU Horned Frog and Tar Heel. And that is Miles McCain. Over close to 3,700 passing yards, 21 touchdown passes, but his issue this season has been taking care of the football. 18 interceptions. Hoping he doesn't throw any today, but this secondary is one of the worst in the league, as they definitely rank towards the bottom. Here's some pressure. Throws, and the catch is going to be made for a first down by the rookie out of USC, Ajon Grant. We talked about this secondary, ranked 29th in the league against the pass. That is very bad. And Miles McCain, first play, attacking it, as he'll throw another curl route. Same result, different player. They'll move the chains. They'll work on their best cornerback in Golson. That's the nice, speedy wide receiver out of Maryland making that catch and moving the chains. And there goes a play on the outside. It's going to get him a solid gain of 4 yards. Yeah, Connor Jamison made that earlier catch. Pablo Frederick in the slot here. Nothing but young receivers. Play action. He's got some good time here. Throws and leads him a little bit too far out of bounds. Gets only a yard on the play. The Bulls are 24th in points allowed per game. So, oh man, some pressure coming straight up the middle, and it is a bulldozer that just ran through that line for a huge third down sack. That is their best defensive tackle, Derek Herrera, the 9-year man. So he just ran right by. And this punt will find itself out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Here's a look again at the MVP candidacy. And Devin Wade leads it. Right underneath is Anthony Savoy, and I honestly believe unless Geno Gannon has a historical game probably this week against the Celtic Tigers, I don't think he's getting that MVP. And oh my goodness, what a ball! What a catch! First down, Bulls. Joe Johnson with a crazy reception. Unbelievable. And you couldn't have thrown that ball any better than that. Oh my goodness. I mean, the coverage was A1. The throw was even better. We just got news from Mix after calling the game earlier that Trey Shivers is out for the season. What a loss for the Hogs. Check down. Bittersweet win, I guess you could call it for him. They're definitely going to be missing him if they get a chance to play in the postseason. 2nd and 9, I formation. Play action. Wade fires through the end zone. It's intercepted. Miners going to take over at the 20. And literally has only thrown as many interceptions as you can count on one hand with that interception included. Only his 5th pick, and it is a top 100 ranked player in Derek Oliveros who comes up with this interception. Boy, they needed that as a bad decision there by Devin Wade, looking like the old days with that pass. We'll see if Miles McCain, the offense, can get back locked in. Miles McCain, 8 touchdown rushes this season, ranked 3rd in the RFL in that category. And more injuries, man. Case and Fine even out. You almost kind of hope they don't make the playoffs. Will they be any good with those losses? Sheesh. 2nd and 10. Here's a run. And they're on that. Chico Canetti flying through. Also, Jack Brown. These linebackers this season, despite the rankings where they fall in the bottom half of the league, and they've played stellar football across the middle. Miles McCain with some good time. Throws it up. Off the mark. 4th down. There's airtight coverage there by Mulholland, but it looked like he probably had a little bit of space to try to dump that in, but that ball sailed just a little too high. Again, rainy conditions, and you got to expect and feel as though Miles McCain is trying his best to make sure he has this game as turnover-free as possible. Man, just to talk about Chico Canetti, now he's injured. On special team, that's a big loss. Wow. You hate to see that. Injuries a real thing this season in the RFL. A lot of guys going down. And they try to run this one up the gut on the draw, and it only gets them a 1-yard gain on the play. This Miners defense has been the real deal for a while, man. I mean, 15th, middle of the league in terms of points given up per game, but only 22, that is. They're the 3rd best defense in the league. There's a throw over the middle. That's dropped. Incomplete. Dariantre Machiavelli cannot hold on to that one. And they're ranked 2nd against the pass. 17th against the run, but doing a good job against the Bulls right now. Play action. And that is incomplete. Had he caught it anyway, it looks like Killian Bain was going to knock Glenn Holcomb's block off, and he did it regardless of if the ball got to him or not. And that is 4th down. Speaking of Killian Bain, haven't called his name yet until now, but he has had a phenomenal season. Definitely his best year in the RFL. And huge young man. Only his 3rd season right now, looking to get into his 4th. He's been absolutely incredible. Well, that's going to be a guy I'll have to drop a bag for. A couple other guys soon. Contracts coming up. Miles McCain using those legs. This has helped him out a lot this season. He has struggled passing the football, as I said earlier, with the turnovers. In terms of running the football, again, ranked 3rd in the RFL with 8 rushing touchdowns to match the jersey number. Pressures up the middle, hit as he throws. He does complete it. And Denard Locker will muscle his way forward for the 1st down. Pushing it in. Dejon Grant feeling some heat again. Has to dump it off. Good juke move there. A former Voyager who was traded for Gunnar Witt. Got at least a nice little 3 yards after the catch there when the defender seemed to have him dead to rights for a clean tackle. And that is it for the 1st quarter of play. The Bulls have the lead, but not by much. At only 3-0 is the score heading into the 2nd. Let's get those twos in the chat. The Bulls fighting for a bye week in the #1 seed in the ARC. And the Miners, they're just trying to make the postseason. A loss here will guarantee elimination. Big run up the gut. 1st down for the rookie out of Louisville, Steve Washington. Great job up front by that offensive line. The best part of this Bulls defense is the run defense, but again, I mean, even that is middle of the pack. Good throw, and took a big shot there, but how about Frederick? He's slow to get up, but he's going to be all right. Hauls that in for 5 yards. Already Sacramento in position to at least tie this game up. Another run inside Washington. 1st down. Got 3 carries, 20 yards already. Overloading that left side of the field. 3 tight ends. They're going with some play action pressure coming up the middle. Great use of his legs. Corner outrun him. Almost enough for a 1st down. That is 8 yards. Again by number 8. Miles McCain got him in the red zone. They come out here in the weak eye. Counter to the strong side. Some good blocking once again in vision as Denard Locker squeezes through and moves the chains. This is the drive you want to see out of Sacramento. Getting down the field. Nice balanced offensive attack. Washington. Oh, man, should have just kept running straight up the middle of the field. Kind of ran into the defender there. Gets 3 yards. They are at the 9. Little pump fake here. Pressure coming up the middle. Miles McCain running backwards. And it's going to cost him big time as he is sacked back at the 20. An 11-yard loss. And that all thanks to Nagui Choice, the defensive end. Inside on this play. Boom, just had too much speed for him. Nagui Choice, defensive end with 85 speed. And he was able to show it on full display right there. Guy even got 92 acceleration, which is just wild for a defensive end. Which means do not let that guy free. That's pretty much what that means. Pressure again. Fires. Catch is made, and so is the tackle. Jack Brown all over Ajon Grant. And it is another 4th down for the Miners, except this time they're at least in field goal range. So this to tie the game up midway, just about through the second. And it's good. 3-all. Bulls going to take this one from the 3. We've seen some good returns from Bernard Hayes. Going to throw a man down. But will be stopped at the 26. Throws a football at a player, too. And there's a look at touchdown receiving leaders for running backs. David Jones, I talked about how he struggled in the ground game as a pure running back getting rushing yards. This is the first season, I believe, other than the season he did not start back in season 2, where he did not have 1,000 rushing yards. Play action, Devin Wade steps up, throws. He's been attacking this defense, but that's something you don't want to do too much. Again, this is the second best pass defense in the league right now. Devin Wade did throw a nice line bomb earlier, but those aren't easy passes to complete, especially against the Miners. Play action. Devin Wade looking like he's trying to pick and choose where to go, and he looked like he chose right. Big hit, though. Fumbles. And oh, man, Miners going to take over at the 45-yard line, and this could be huge. Oh, it is huge. Great play and just scrambling, getting the yards, but he takes a huge hit from a Toronto legend and Brett Rattay. Boy, he boomed him. Gotta slide. Opportunity for Sacramento to take the lead for the first time here today, and that is incomplete. Looks like he was waiting on his back to clear out the backfield on a flat route. Got caught up with his lineman blocking, so that ball hits the turf. It's 2nd and 10. Cornerbacks are going to be pressed up in the faces of these receivers. See if somebody can win off the press. He's got pressure. He's got to throw it away immediately. That's one thing the Bulls have done a great job of so far, and that's send some heat to Miles McCain. And the more you can generate of that, you hope that it's going to be able to throw him off balance and force him to throw an interception, which he's done plenty of times this season. And there goes that pressure again. Good coverage, 4th down. And turnover, all for naught, as they could get nothing out of it. You can tell these are two teams fighting because they know what they're playing for. Bulls not again playing for that bye week too, but they also do not have the ARC East clinched yet. They are not ARC East champions. They gotta win this game to guarantee that they're champs, because the Celtic Tigers are right on them with the same 11-5 record. And there goes a run inside, 4 yards, and an injury on the field. Tough loss there on the D-line. Grant Spiller, who Coach Dunn was just talking about, getting injured. Hopefully he's able to return later within this game. Poor lineman getting rushed here, and that is a huge sack. Wade cannot find an open target, and he is sandwiched between two defenders. Got Anton Burley and Charles Raymond. Well, that's tough right there. Both defenses stellar at generating pass rushes. Wade, you can tell he's uncomfortable. Look, he just keeps trying to scramble and do all kinds of things. There's another injury to a minor. This time it's Oscar Ayers, so they're going to lose two of their defensive tackles. Not the highest overall rated, but still two D linemen gone. This punt, man, it's a booming one. He'll get it from about the 38 down at almost midfield at the 49. They need to go almost about half the distance of the field to score. And here goes Washington with a huge run. He is ripping off gaping gains against this defense. It's 39 yards on 5 carries. He's almost averaging 8 yards a pop. They'll give him a carry again. Broken a tackle, and that's 8 yards right there. Heavy dose of Washington. Still in the backfield here out the gun. Why not go right back to him? They cannot stop this line from opening up lanes. And he is hitting it as soon as those blocks come into contact. First down, Sacramento. Quick throw inside. And this has just been a phenomenal drive by Sacramento. Touchdowns, what they're looking for. Can they be the first to get one? And they're going to say inches short of the first down is Washington on that carry. You can see this 29th ranked defense starting to show itself right now as the Miners making it look easy. Here's a throw. Catch is made. End zone. Touchdown. Sacramento. Ben Starkman in for 6. Logan Starkman. Thinking about another tight end. He's got the same last name. Nice little quick out route. They go man-to-man coverage. And Starkman getting the opportunity to make plays out there due to the injured Anthony Fry, who's ruled out for the remainder of the season. And the extra point is good. 10-3. Miners. 6 plays, 50 yards. Tell you one thing right now, if you are a CT fan, you're probably salivating right now, knowing you're the favorites this week to go up against, getting in the Black Knights. If you see the Bulls lose this one, oh man, some great returns coming from Bernard Hayes, but Bulls lose this one. CT's got a chance to swipe the home field advantage away from them. So Devin Wade's going to have to step up here. Looks like the Miners, they want their postseason appearance more. Heavy blitz, and just look at him, just constantly on the move. He can't even sit still in the pocket. It goes to show you the kind of impact this defense has when rushing their linemen. David Jones going to be stopped after a 3-yard gain. They'll try to run him up the gut. Will they go back with him here? The run game has not been too good. They'll come out here in the eye, though. Looks like Grant Spiller is back. And they will run. And they will stop it. 4th down. And that's the other safety. Both of these guys are pretty much saying this is the best safety duo in the league. Derek Oliveros and Griffin Whiteside. And look at Griffin Whiteside stretching out, making that tackle. And the punt will make its way in the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20. The Miners, man, they got an opportunity right now to really salt the Bulls away. The Bulls just came up a big dominating victory over the Bulldogs to eliminate them from the postseason. Reigning champs. Right now they can't get things going against this defense. The offense of the Miners starting to come alive, and like I said, the Achilles heel for the Bulls is their defense. So if the Miners just keep this going, this is easy. At least it should be. That's dropped. Howard Frederick got to hold on to those. Heavy pressure. Will throw on a move, and it is dropped again. Logan Starkman, who caught the touchdown, unable to hold on there, and now Devin Wade gets another shot at it on offense. Going to have just under 2 minutes to go. And this one you can't expect to see them try to open up the book a little bit to air it out. I mean, they've tried to do that earlier, but again, this is number 2 pass defense in the league, and they've done a great job of making sure Wade has not just taken advantage of deep shots and big plays down the field. They gave up 1, but after that, I mean, everything else he's tried to try him with, the Miners have been there. Motion over to the left side. Quick throws, got the completion underneath. And now it'll be Brock Melton for a 9-yard gain. That completion putting Devin Wade over 100 yards. Can he lead his team to some more points before the end of the first half? Wade feeling the pressure, dumps it off, and a good tackle made to keep him a yard short. David Jones cannot get by Wade in the backfield by himself. And pay attention to this Miners defensive front, the pressure they send. And look at that, great coverage, trying to catch him with an out route, saw the man-to-man coverage. You had one assignment, win the route. Does not happen. That is great coverage out there. Now it's Keyshawn Hendricks who batted it down. It'll find its way in the end zone for a touchback. But these numbers on Steve Washington, man. 7.3 yards a carry. It's 66 on 9 attempts. We were just talking about how the Bulls could try to take advantage of the time they have left in their timeouts to run a 2-minute offense, get some points. Miles McCain and the Miners can do the same as they start out with a nice pass over the middle for a big first down to Ajon Grant. Timeout called immediately. This season started out pretty bad for the Miners, and I think at that point where it was early on, oh man, drop pass right there. It's tough to make these catches, more so in the rain. But you already know the old saying, football, touch your hands, got to catch it. But as I was saying, when they went through that tough slate of games early on, I don't think any of them kind of had in their mind like, oh man, we're going to make the postseason, guys. There's a chance. I mean, it's not guaranteed even if they do win this, but it definitely increases their chances. And a big reason why it's not guaranteed is, I mean, the Hogs just won. They got the upset. If the Pioneers win, that definitely strains it. There's a completion, another timeout called. But as long as you do your job, that's all that matters. Do your job, win the game, give yourself a chance. Miners know what's at stake right now, and that is a big catch, first down. It looks like they're going to get some more points before the end of this half. There goes the final timeout, 15 seconds. They should just take the 3 right now. Hopefully they don't just call a regular play. They're going to call a regular play. And if so, got to get out of bounds. Miles McCain He's got to throw this away. Finally does. Got to take the 3 down. And there they are. From the left hash, inside the 30, 45-yarder. It's money. 10-point lead for the home team. Sacramento Miners up 13-3. 4 seconds remaining, and they've got the current leading MVP stumped. Hasn't been able to get anything going. Get to the 24-yard line, and Devin Wade will come out looking to take the knee. And that is going to be it for the first half, as there it goes. Miners on top by 10 points. It has been a great half of play for the Miners. Started out good for the Bulls for a second. Then it just got ugly. Here's a look at what's to come for the rest of the week, though. The final week of the RFL. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, Huskies and Cougars going at it. Neither one of these teams getting a chance to make it to the postseason. Cougars guaranteed the #1 overall draft pick. Looking to see if they can get a dub over the Huskies for the sweep, though, to end the season out on a good note. You got the Snowhawks taking on the Bison. Snowhawks are resting their starters. They're guaranteed in the playoffs. Win or lose for the Desperados, so that's why they're doing that. 6 p.m. Dreadnoughts and Monarchs followed along with the Gunners and Tigers. Bulldogs taking on the Lumberjacks, who will also be resting their starters, and the Shamrocks and Desperados to close this out. That is an important game for the Explorers, because if the Desperados defeat the Shamrocks, the Explorers, they're in the postseason for the 8th consecutive year, the longest streak in RFL history. They already got the streak as the only team to never miss a postseason. But if the Shamrocks are to win that game with an upset, then I think they are eliminated. I'm not going to guarantee it, but just about puts them in the back end of things. And I don't think it guarantees. I think the Steamers would still have to lose. They still got a shot if the Steamers lose to the Condors, but they're playing backups. Look at Steve Washington starting out. Tough 7-yard rush. He's got 73 on 10 carries. Another handoff. First down. The Miners doing a good job here. I mean, just taking care of the football. They've had a nice balanced attack. That's something that the Brooklyn Bulls have not had. And another nice run. Big hit there on Denard Locker, but 6 yards. And this run game is just killing it. I said this is the only strength of some sort for this defense, and they're running through them easy. Catch is still made by Pablo Frederick, and heavy traffic. Inches short. Bulls desperately needing a stop. And they will run for it, and there goes Steve Washington. Doesn't even get contacted until he's 2 yards past the first down marker. Drop back looking to pass. Miles McCain going to be sacked on the play. For a second there, it looked like he was at least going to be able to get the pass off. Thought twice about it. Maybe it would have been intercepted. Who knows? I'm not sure what he saw down the field. But he opted to take the sack instead. See if it pays off, as he will throw, and Paulo Frederick cannot keep upright, so he'll be touchdown at the midfield mark. And it is now 3rd and 11. He's up a screen, and that is blown up. Read out perfectly by the defense. Tavares Golson bringing down Logan Starkman immediately after the reception. What a wild season it's been of the RFL, guys. I mean, the scenarios and everything, even coming down to this final week. We still got so many more games left. This postseason, I can only imagine how crazy it's going to be. And this looks like it's going to take a favorable bounce for Brooklyn in the end zone for a touchback. And here's a look at how things have been going for David Jones trying to run the football against this defense. Bottom line, they're not having it. See Killian Bain getting back there, boom, shutting it down. This was a crucial third down run. They needed to try to pick up the first down on just 1 yard needed. Griffin Whiteside, along with Paul Kilroy, able to shut that down. Devin Wade's going to have to dig deep and lead this offense out of the drought they've been in. There's a throw, and man, good defense there. An even better catch by Hartman as he got blown up. Five-yard gain on the play. Throwing out the screen and still fighting for it. Gets 2 yards. Brooklyn needing 3 yards on the play. Fires wide open is Joe Johnson. Now, he was quiet since the first half. He had made a crazy big catch earlier, and that was the last time he even touched the ball. And right now, he's able to add another reception to the stat sheet. Gun bunch look to the left of Devin Wade. No motion. Now balancing out that offense. And there's a quick throw. Joe Johnson, easy 4 yards. He's got 77 on 5 receptions. Finding ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmaker. But again, down by 10. They need points. This defense is making them have to earn it. Killian Bain with the tackle for no gain. No gain Bain with the play right there. 3rd and 6. Wade gets outside. He's got the wheels, and he is not going to have the first down. Tried his best, but this Miners defense continues to stifle this Bulls offense. Devin Wade just can't seem to get it going. Can't find himself in a consistent open target. I guess you can say Joe Johnson has been one, but man, the run game not helping him out. And for the most part, that's just how it's been all season for them. And so this matchup, scenario-wise, just does not seem to be in favor of the Bulls right now, based off of how good this defense plays just in general. Cut back there by Washington. Probably should have kept running outside there. Rookie's going to have some rookie moments, but gained something. 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. We're going to rush forward. Throws this one up. It is still caught. Good catch. Logan Starkman hauling in some big receptions. Looks like we might not get any points here in this third. The throw, my goodness, what an interception. Stands up on his feet. It's a foot race. He's going to win. Touchdown, Bulls. That guy looked like Air Tiller out there. Wow. Kadarius Beard. Look at the layout for this. Give me that. Rolls forward and runs his way in the end zone. Defense says, hey, if the offense ain't going to score, we're going to do it for you. That's the first touchdown for Brooklyn. Boy, they needed it. This will put them within 3. And the kick, it's good. 13-10. Miners still with the lead. And you talk about a needed play, somebody needing to step up. That was the play right there for the Bulls. We'll see if that kick fires the offense a little bit. And I still got to say the Bulls have been doing a good job. I mean, only 13 points up to this point. We know how bad, on paper, statistically amongst the league they've been on that side of the ball. And yet, I mean, these guys are 11-5. A chance to be the #1 seed in the ARC. Check it down. And honestly, when you think about that, I mean, right now, currently, the number 2 seed is the Red Dragons. So even if the Bulls do not win the 1 seed here, Billows, after that tough loss, still have to worry about Coach Davis in San Diego, who I'm pretty sure I've heard will be playing his starters. And Anthony Savoy, of course, competing for an MVP award. Because right now, I mean, Devin Wade has had, I'd say, a mid-performance right now against this defense. Pressure's coming. Throws. Catch is made, but he's short. Pavel Frederick cannot get away. And that is Frederick Cockerham, former linebacker turned safety. Showing you he's got the nimbleness to be able to play that position. Used to be a Diablo back in his early times. There's a fair catch called. And a chance for Devin Wade to potentially take the lead. He hasn't scored a touchdown for this offense yet. And honestly, he hasn't really been able to get anything going for this offense yet. There's a throw underneath. Joe Johnson has just been that guy. Almost 10 yards on the reception. He falls inches short. And this is kind of where the Bulls have failed in these short yardage situations trying to run it. Doesn't fail them there. But just look at that. All that they had to do just to move the chains. This defense laterally just has so much quickness. It's tough to try to run on them. Best bet is just to try to run it up the gut. And even then, they've got some tough guys in the middle. Go play action. Devin Wade's got to roll out of there. Going to be caught after a 2-yard gain. It's a great job by Anton Burley. And that is also the end of the third quarter, guys. This is it. The fourth and final quarter of a major game that is going to benefit who comes out on top. Put your 4s up in the chat. Miners are up by 3, 13-10. Bulls with possession. The number 1 seed on the line. "14 minutes left to go in this ball game. They'll send a blitz. Here's a throw. There goes an interception. Right back. Derek Oliveros with 2. And they will take the 2-4 lead again. Touchdown, Miners. Devin Wade is throwing the most interceptions he's thrown all season right now here in this game. And this is the number 2 pass defense in the league for a reason. And they show you it right there. What a jump. You wonder why this guy's top 100? I think that was still from the following season, so that's up to date. Extra point is good. And they're back up by 10, 20-10. Hey, you're adding interceptions now to Devin Wade, man. I think this MVP award now is up for grabs for sure. And so that might even throw Geno Gannon in the mix. The Red Dragons go up against the Crusaders this week, who's struggled. They're 5-11 right now. Devin Wade, and probably his worst game this season in the worst time. This is a game you know you got to win, and big turnovers. That was the first one right there. Here goes number 2 by the same guy. Derek Oliveros, obviously studying film and watching Devin Wade the best out of any defense he's played so far this season. And look at how this defense is just shutting this run game down. Again, like, it has not been a factor pretty much at all for this offense, but it is really not a factor here tonight. The Miners are usually really good at takeaways. You saw that statistic there. 27th in the league, but they got 3 today. And there goes Wade, finally delivering on a meaningful strike over the middle of the field that's going to be caught by Dariantre Machiavelli for a first down on a dig route. And look at how tight the coverage is. This is what makes the Miners such a great team. That defense will always keep them in the game. Wade fires. There goes Joe Johnson, lowering the shoulder, getting the first down. 2 big first down plays over the middle. And again, no need for the Bulls to panic just yet. Even getting in field goal range can make it a 1-possession game again. They just need to take care of the football. 3 turnovers. And the offense has been great at protecting the football. It was a counter run play. David Jones was wrestled down after a 4-yard gain. One of the most terrifying defensive fronts going up against one of the best offensive lines in the league. And it's been a battle. 3rd and 1. Only 1 receiver out wide. Actually 2. They're going to motion Joe Johnson, so they might look to pass here. And they do. Play action. Wade throws it away. He had a guy wide open too. He just could not seem to get himself turned around correctly to throw the ball accurately where he wanted. And so they're going to have to settle for 3. This is going to be a long kick, 52 yards. Not automatic. But it is this time. And Sean Rollins knocks it through the uprights, and hey, they've done their job. They've made it a 1-possession game again, but the defense needs a stop. You take this one from the 5. Connor Jameson, nice little juke move, almost got outside there. Gets to 30. Been seeing a lot of guys get put on skates today, man. Saw a crazy juke move earlier in that Hogs Armadillos game too. And screen. Steve Washington cannot get by cleanly there. Looks like the block was out there set up for him, but he did a little bit too much cutting. Just gave the defender time to make the tackle. There's a throw. Oh, man, he had him wide open, and I know that's a throw Miles McCain absolutely wishes he could have back, unless he makes up for it here on this next play. That could have been huge yards. Pressure's coming. He's just going to throw this one deep. Missed the man wide open again, but you got to give it that time to the pressure. Ajon Grant had the secondary beat, and man, Miles McCain just did not have the time to sit comfortably in the pocket to set his feet to drop that one in the bucket. And now here's a chance for the Bulls to try to knot this one up. Devin Wade, he's had some problems. All 3 turnovers are his fault. 2 interceptions. And of course, you saw that fumble that absolutely ripped on by Brett Rattay. But he's still in this game. 9 minutes and 25 seconds. More than enough time. They go with the quarterback draw. I don't know about calling that after a fumble. But it works out for a solid gain of 4 yards. Devin Wade now in the gun. 2nd and 6. Here's a run. Backup running back going to get in. That's Trayvon Hurd. Ball's 2 yards shy. No run for it, and that is just a bad juke by David Jones. He had the entire left side of the field to get the first down easy, but he jukes right into the defense here. I'm not sure what he's reading, but that was just a horrible read. Again, talking about how he struggled this season in the ground game, and that was a part of the reason why vision just was not the same this year. J-Mo again confiscating ankles. Been practicing on those jukes. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to the T left in this ball game. Big playoff implications. Last possession, Miles McCain missed out on a couple of big throws. Will not miss that pass underneath for a solid gain of 8. 345 yards of total offense here against the Bulls, ranked 22nd in the league. That might just boost their ranking up. Throw this one up. Good defense. Oh, he's going to get that over the top for a second. That's going to be Trent Hobbs, former safety. He's been moved to corner. 3rd and 2. And that is a big catch. Almost seemed like it could have been intercepted. But Logan Starkman with another big play. This is a tight end angle route. You see the linebacker trying to go for the interception there, thinking he could jump in front of him. But a great job beating him there to the football by Starkman. Washington not going to be able to get away from Brown. They've done a good job of sealing Brown away from the run game of Washington. Again, couldn't do it there. He usually controls the middle of this defense. There he is again over the middle of the field. He'll secure the tackle. Good read by Miles McCain. 6-yard gain. The run game has been great for them. We'll see if they run it up the middle. He got their power back. Denard Locker in there. Straight up the gut. And he's got it. First down, Miners. And for a second there, looked like they had him. But again, you know it is. Denard Locker is going to get the job done. They've had a heavy rotation with their backs. And Denard Locker scraping off 4 yards on that run. Looked like they had the lanes cut off for him. He still found a way to get something out of it. Gonna whip 2 yards. They're doing a good job winding this clock down too. I mean, we're literally at 3 minutes. Bulls need to stop, and they need it right now. Another score for Sacramento, and this game is pretty much over, and they're in field goal range. So pretty much at this point, Bulls need a turnover. If they don't get one, and the Miners have got it. I mean, they don't even have to risk anything. I would just keep running the ball. I mean, the run game's been successful. Run Locker. They'll come out here in the gun, though. Almost reached the 2-minute warning. And they're still passing. Do not take a sack here. What is Miles McCain doing? That is a 14-yard loss. That is going to get them out of field goal range now. And that is the last thing you want to have happen. Oh, man, I don't know what was going through his mind there to think he was going to outrun that defense with 3 Bulls, chasing him down, but that was not it. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Bulls do have all 3 timeouts, but they need to worry about keeping these guys away from field goal range, because if they give up a field goal, and that's it. Oh, what a run. Big hit. And that caught the Bulls off guard big time. They were not expecting an 11-yard carry from Washington. They're in good field goal range right now. Oh, they've got him for a loss. This is going to be a 54-yard attempt. It's makeable. Not guaranteed, though. And they're not even going to try the field goal here. They're going to punt it away. Which, I mean, it's not too bad of a decision. And this is where it pays off. You punt them, and you punt them inside the 10. So that's great. I mean, either way, honestly, now thinking about it, it's not a bad decision to punt it away, especially if you get something good like that, because that kick has been missed a lot this season. So, especially in the rain conditions, they trust their defense. There's a throw, completion, inches short. Not only that, I mean, the Bulls only have 1 timeout here. And they need a touchdown. It's 82 yards away. Play action. Wade throws. It's incomplete. Good defense there by Last Chance. Third and inches with 1 timeout at their own 18-yard line. Wade's got the completion. That's a great tackle, keeping him in bounds. Runs time off the clock. Still so much more yardage needed here for Brooklyn as they move the chains again. And there goes their final timeout. Nothing left. 46 seconds. This defense better make sure they got everything deep covered. I already don't like the fact that they're pressed up right now. Play action. Wade throws a third interception, and there it is. Game over. Paul Kilroy, the rookie, ends it. And this game might have single-handedly thrown Devin Wade out from the MVP race. Wow. He was on that from the jump. Just a terrible read there from Devin Wade. Better off throwing it away, but pick six, 2 of them here from the Miners, excuse me. And that cost them. So, and you take away 14 points from this game right now, it's a tie ball game. That is 14 points off of pick sixes. And the Bulls will not be having that bye week. The Miners have kept their playoff hopes alive. And brought down at the 26-yard line. If I'm the Miners, man, you've got to probably be the biggest Pittsburgh hater after this game. Because if Pittsburgh wins the division, I think that is still going to eliminate the Miners. I don't know what Wade's throwing now. He's just throwing anything up. And there's a flag. Wade is sacked, somehow falling forward for about 4 extra yards. And it's holding anyway. You could just look at the mannerisms of Wade, man. This guy looking scared in that pocket. Got 3 picks on this guy. A guy who only threw 4 all season. Look at that, just throwing it away. There's nothing out there. And this secondary has been one of the best in the league the past 2-3 seasons, man. Almost threw another pick right there. He would have probably tied up. He would have tied up all his season's interceptions in one game. That's how bad it got here. But the Miners coming out in the victory formation, and that is your ball game. Winning the important game here in front of your home crowd in the last game of the season. 27-13 as Coach Dunn fired up on the sidelines, dapping up the guys, and hoping that they can smell another postseason. And hopefully if they do make it out of the first round. But that's going to be it for me here tonight in this doubleheader of action in the ARC with big playoff implications. Man, it's really coming down to the wires. Teams that needed to win are winning. And so it's like, if you want to make the postseason, you got to get it done and win it yourself. Really getting down to those times. But that is it. I'll show you guys the stats. And I will see you guys on Friday, the final game that I call, which again, we get a look at the schedule. Now, this could be flipped. Well, now since the Bulls lost, the Celtic Tigers, who were questioning if they were going to play their starters or not, are guaranteed playing their starters. So now, the Black Knights and the Celtic Tigers going at it, and the Celtic Tigers now have a chance to win the ARC East, which is crazy, which will give them home field advantage. And the Black Knights need to win that game to give them a shot to make the postseason. And honestly, if you are the the Miners, you want the Celtic Tigers to win that game because the Black Knights will be a game over the Miners, so you add them in the mix. There's only 3 teams that's going to make it outside their division, right? So you add them in the mix. You add the Hogs, who are currently over them, in the mix. Yeah, and I think, I'm trying to look at the standings here just to go over this real quick before we sign out, just so guys know what all is going on. But let me see, where's the... Yeah, on the outside, actually the Miners are over. The Miners are over the Hogs right now. So despite the win, they're just outside looking in. They need, man, looks like it's not going to go their way either way. Well, no, it actually will. They need the Aviators to, they need the Aviators to win. Yeah, they need the Aviators to win and beat the Hogs. I mean, the Pioneers. Because if not, the Pioneers will be over top of them. The Lumberjack, excuse me, not the Lumberjacks, the Black Knights will still be over top of them if they beat CT. And so those are the 2 games they need to make the playoffs. I know I did my ranting, but just want to make sure I got that out there, guys. But that's it. I'll go ahead and show you guys the stats. And I'll see you guys next time. Again, if you're looking to get in the college series, though, apps are open. Visit the website, relocationfootballleague.com. Peace.